And welcome back to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben, and this is my spoiler review and ending explained for season 3 of Sex Education. So this is your warning. If you're here and you haven't seen the season yet and you don't want spoilers, this is your moment to kind of switch it off and come back after you've seen it. But if you're still here, let's get stuck in. There were a few big storyline moments that I was expecting to happen, but I didn't expect it to be, I don't know, as beautiful as it was. Maeve's and Isaac's relationship. There was that one sex scene that I thought was excellent because it wasn't a sex scene. It was just them touching. And even that was really romantic and done in such a beautiful way that I ended up liking his character a lot more than I was expecting to. Because I was always on Otis's team, I was rooting for Otis and Maeve, and that's been going on for season 1 and 2. And obviously he deleted the message from Maeve, and so we have that big conundrum in the background. Otis has been a little bit of a douchebag, especially in the first half of season 3, because he's had his heart broken, and we don't want him to have that already. You're on his side already, so you don't want him to have to go through that. But this kind of diamond relationship tree made it difficult to know who you're rooting for. Although you're probably willing Maeve and Otis to get together, there's still this Isaac whose character has been developed very well. To him, ended up being one of the more likable characters of this season, which I liked him in season 2, but I wasn't massively, I was like, no, go back to Otis, Maeve. But this one, it made it tricky, and I thought that was a nice way to play with the characters, give the characters something to play with. But of course, on the school trip, which is one of my favorite episodes this season, we have Maeve and Otis do a really passionate kiss, and it felt like they were genuinely into each other. It was quite steamy, I thought, just for a kiss. So I thought, yeah, okay, so that's definitely going to mean that they're gonna get together now. But because we have this really complicated relationship with Isaac, you don't know what's going on, and at the same time she's trying to sort out her sister, her living arrangements, with her mother kind of kidnapping her sister, which was an interesting storyline. And then we have that kind of heart-stopping moment with Otis's mom, the sex psychologist played by Gillian Anderson, who was fantastic this season, especially with the whole relationship that she's exploring. And she gives birth to the baby, and there's a complication. And I thought, oh my gosh, they're actually gonna kill her off. I was like, no, that's too much, man. Otis can't go through that. And it's like, don't put me in that position, man. But thankfully, she was okay. The big kind of ending moment when you're like, well, what's going to happen? Because you've made us go through this Otis and Maeve relationship for 3 seasons, but she's been accepted to this amazing school in America, which I'm guessing is a summer school. Obviously, her mom came through and paid it for her, but now they've just started their relationship she's going to go off. And I can't help but think that the writers are going to do the classic thing where as they come back for season 4, not Otis is going to be pining for her all season, waiting for her, and she's going to come back and say, I met this American dude who I couldn't help but fall in love with. And I'd be like, no, come on, you guys can't do this again. Or they'll just kill her off. Like, they'll do something drastic. This is normally, the 4th season is normally where some of that comes into play, which is why it's got me very nervous of what they're going to do with these characters in season 4. The students of Moordale had a lot to fight against. They were fighting basically against the man, changing their uniform, of dictating how they should be, what they should look like, basically like who they should identify as, or they could identify as everything, but as long as they don't show what they identify. You can only be male or female. And so we have the students come together. We have that phenomenal video performance, and everybody come together, and it's all big and yeah. But the repercussions of that is finally investors have said nope, no more, and they're basically going to have no school. So we've come to a part where the school is basically ending. They need to find a different school to finish their education. So in season 4, we're going to have someone come in and invest, or the school students, which is what I think is probably going to happen, they're going to have a new head of investment, and it's still going to be different. I don't know if they'll go across the dictatorship scene again. They may go completely military school. It'll be interesting to see what they do with that dynamic. Let me know in the comments below what you think they're going to do with the education system for the new students in season 4. I definitely think they need that as a base, so the school will be there again, but it's going to look very different, I feel, in season 4, and possibly the last one. I don't think they're going to push it past season 4. I think season 4 will be the final season. Let me know your favorite moments in this season. What did you think of that ending? Does it leave you nervous for the students at the school What are they going to do now? Maeve and Otis's relationship. Whose team were you rooting for? Were you rooting for Maeve and Isaac? What do you think is going to be the family dynamic with the Gillian Anderson characters, their relationship? I think it could be great, but there's a lot of relationships that went through a lot, that had a lot of growth, and you want them to kind of get back together and not get back together at the same time. There's those sort of relationships that they've learning to be on their own, and I feel like that was a big part, like, learn to be great on your own self first before you go into relationship. Fix yourself before you bring your broken baggage to that other person. So some really good messages in this. Obviously, that's just skimming the surface of the stuff that they were talking about. Never mind like the sexual identities. Interesting. Let me know your comments below. Thanks so much for watching, but most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.